One. Welcome to another edition of All Ball Chicago. This is our bonus segment on the Believe Podcast Network. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed, and I got the legend, your host, the big-time scorer, the big-time MVP, Marcus Liberty on the line. Marcus, what's up, Big Marcus?
Man, I got the world in my hands. Whole wide world in my hands, man. Man, what's up, Bob, man? I've been enjoying my Saturday, man. Been looking at your Facebook posts, man, things that people saying and stuff, man.
Yeah, let's get that out. Let's get that out in the front part.
Crazy, man. I'm like, man, I be reading some stuff, man, and sometimes people just be talking, man, and sometimes it makes me want to just say something. But I know where I put those people, man, and I got love for all my Chicago Hoopers, man, especially on the high school level. So when you start chiming in and talking about stuff that you don't really know about, man, it just mind-boggles me. And I was going to put it out there, man. So, my man, just shut your mouth, dude, because, hey, stuff that I accomplished, man, just be happy for a brother, man. You ain't gotta go in and all of talking about somebody better than somebody, man, when the facts, what your facts are based off of. When you say stuff like that, what's your facts?
So in particular, though, it was a guy who hopped on there earlier saying that, we need to have them on the show because, they was two of the top ball players in the state. One guy's name was Kevin Foots, I think, and the other guy, Sko Hayes. Sko Hayes, okay. I haven't seen them play. I think I saw Sko Hayes may have played one time, may have.
Right.
But the guy Kevin Foots.
What was his point, though, Bob?
He was saying Kevin Foots was basically saying that he thought that Sko Hayes had a better career than you. And so many words, he was better than you. And then I was like, did he make it to the NBA? He was like, what does that have to do anything? You know what I'm saying? And
I was That's like, what I'm saying. What is he basing his stuff off?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So if you base it off high school, I was a McDonald All-American. I was All-Stater, Mr. Basketball. I won a state championship. What is he basing this off? Okay, I go to college. I don't play my freshman year. So I don't even play my freshman year. So 2 years, I got drafted into the NBA. So what is your facts, dude?
Right.
I mean, if you're gonna say somebody's better than me, it took me 2 years to get to the pros. And what is this guy you talking about? I mean, Sko Hayes is my man, so that's why I don't even want to get into this that like that, Bob. Because Sko is my guy for real.
That's
100.
Good. Right.
Sko looked up to me. Sko said he patterned his game after me. So man, big shout out to my man Sko.
Okay. All right. So that clears that deck right there. But so yeah, it's just amazing
and Bob, we can get though if Kevin wants to get on the show, man, and talk, basketball or talk about whatever he wants to talk about as far as hooping go, and let's do it. But man, we ain't in there trying to really trash nobody, man. This is all about Chicago Hoopers, man. So let's keep it 100, Kevin. Man, you my guy too, man. I remember hooping against you, man. But when you start talking about stuff like that, man. And I'm friends with Bob on his page, man. It's like I'm not gonna see it. Come on, man. Keep it real. Keep it 100.
Right. Yeah, man. So, Chicago just had that innate ability to always put people against each other. That's just what we do. That's just what we do here, right? It's just...
I know, but that's not cool, man. Especially when you don't know what you're talking about most of the time. You don't talk about stuff, man. I mean,
go with some facts.
I mean, come on, man. If you're talking about, even if you look at my college numbers, man, look at my college numbers. I know we keep going. Let's go, man. Let's get off this stuff.
All right, okay. So we squashed that. Shout out to Sko Hayes. Shout out to Kevin Foots, man. Y'all welcome to come on, man. We love all y'all boys out there. But I went to the store.
Kevin, if you want to get on, man, and promote your barbecue sauce, man, you're more than welcome to come on the show, man, and talk about your barbecue sauce, dude.
Yeah, man, most definitely. I can't wait to taste that. I got to come get me a pan.
Me too.
The real turkey chicken, real chicken links he got.
Man. I haven't looked at all of them, but I know he has some barbecue sauce that I think that he created. So
yeah,
man, big shout out on you on the business tip, dude.
Yeah, big time. Way to transition from basketball to having your own business, big time. And I see people lined up coming out with them damn pans. I said I got to come out there and give me one. But man, we want to talk about I went to the store early this morning, probably about 5 o'clock in the morning, and what do I see at the newsstand? Your boy Kendall Gill on the front page of the Saturday Sports page, and it
Wow.
was comparing 1989's team to the 2020 team that's trying to make their run. They were supposed to start today, and you know that's gonna always come up. It's gonna always come up. So, you know, it's crazy because it's they playing a faster pace, but you guys played a faster pace then. So we were just gonna look at a few matchups and just go start with the one. Who played the one for y'all that year?
Bardo at 6'5".
Damn, I didn't know Bardo was 6'5", man. Oh. So
Actually, they had him listed. I'm gonna give it 6'6". They had Bardo listed at 6'6". So I'm gonna give him 6'6".
Oh wow. Okay, so Io, you will have to guard Bardo. So
Yeah.
that might be that's a tough one right there.
I know we having fun with it too, man. So it's all good, man.
That's
we gonna
a
have
tough
fun.
one. That's a tough matchup. And then who we got? Felice play the they switch out at that 1 and that 2.
Oh man, come on. Who he gonna guard?
And then you got Kendall at the 2. Was Kendall at the 2?
Yeah. At 6'5".
At 6'5". Oh man, it's getting ugly now. Okay, we'll go to the big fella, Kofi.
Come on, keep it going.
I got Kofi.
Kofi.
Who you got?
Well, we got Lowell Hamilton. Lowell Hamilton 6'7". So Kofi has the advantage. He's 7 foot on that.
Okay.
But I'm saying advantage. I'm saying advantage as far as height wise.
As far as height, but not skill. Lowell was hell, right?
You got to think Lowell was a senior. He's only a freshman, man. So that's why I said it's not fair to even compare that team, 2020 team, with our 1989 team. It's not fair because of, you know, all of us was interchangeable. Think about that. Interchangeable. So
do you think that that's the greatest basketball team to ever come out of Chicago College?
You can mention us, man, with a lot of the greats, man, because of I say what made us so unique, man, because we were so we were all interchangeable, like at the same size, and we all had that speed, that quickness, that explosiveness. And I think a lot of teams didn't have that, man. And you had guys coming off the bench that when they subbed in, like myself and Larry Smith and Irvin Small, we wasn't missing a beat. It was like boom, 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 you know.
Right.
So yeah, I think I definitely say it's one of the best teams to come out of the University of Illinois, if not the best.
So it would be like in the top 3 because you got the team from 1968 at Loyola that won the whole thing, and then you got the DePaul Blue Demons. Who made it?
Are you talking about in the state of Illinois? Which team is the best?
I'm talking about the greatest teams. Yeah, what do you rank that team at as the greatest teams?
Man, see, but I didn't grow up. I mean, I didn't watch the '60s and all that, so I don't know what they was doing. They probably was only playing 15 games back then. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just in college basketball in general, man. One of my favorite teams was Georgetown. You know, Georgetown. I thought Georgetown would probably, you know, it'd be a good game, but I think they would beat us because of the players that they had, Patrick Ewing and Reggie Williams, and they had a lot of great, you know, kind of like what we were set up with, interchangeable type players, man. And I think they would have gave us a run for our money for sure. You know,
you don't think DePaul Blue Demon team with Mark Aguirre, Teddy Grubbs, Terry Cummings, Clyde Bradshaw,
oh yeah, man,
Billett,
oh yeah, man,
Teddy Grubbs. Yeah, that team was loaded.
See, but that's what I say, Bob. When people be talking about players and stuff, that generation, you know, it's the different generations, you know, like Mark and them had that different type of flavor when like maybe coach lets anybody who gets the rebound go. We didn't have that. Like anybody just couldn't rebound the ball and go, even though we had that on our team, you know. So that's why I say it was different eras, man. So if we were playing in a different era where they let everybody who can handle it go with it, just do it, then man, that team would have really been special. I'm
Right.
telling you, our University of Illinois team would have really been special, So we didn't do that a lot. He let us do it a little bit, but he didn't. He wanted to control a little bit, Coach Henson, man. So a lot of people saw we, like what we was doing, running and getting above the rim and all that, but it was under control. A lot of that was under control. If he really would have turned us loose, that's all I'm gonna say.
What do you call a 30 for 30 for a team like that? The flying the line now, right?
You have to.
You got to call it that.
You have to. But I don't even think we should. I mean, we got to do our own stuff, man, because it's too many people starting to eat off of players and eat off of schools and eat off of people doing certain things. We got to start doing our own stuff, man. And there's people out there, man, that love that team and want to see the real, the real, about getting the guys together. So, man, I ain't gonna talk about all that, but the best team to me, I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen all those teams before us, but you have to mention us, man, in the conversation every time a good team comes through the University of Illinois. That 1989 team is always going to be mentioned, man.
Always. That's legendary, right?
Guaranteed.
So how do you think that they would have fared though this year in the tournament?
Man, I was looking for big things coming from this team, though, for real. Because the reason why I say that, because it wasn't no clear-cut favorite, in this year's NCAA basketball. When I was watching the college basketball, it wasn't no clear-cut favorite. Usually you hear Duke name or Kentucky name a lot.
But they had Kansas. They had Kansas.
Kansas always have a Sweet 16, Elite 8 type teams, but they just don't get over the hump all the time. So I look at Kansas team. I think they could have been beaten. They can get beaten. That's why I said the University of Illinois was scary, because you didn't know. And if you rolling at the right time, anything is possible. So, and I think they were starting to click toward the end of the season. So I think a lot of big things was going to come through that, man, heading into the tournament.
Yeah, I think so too, man. They was playing with a lot of energy, a lot of swagger, man, and I just felt like they had Elite 8 potential at least. Not at least Elite 8. Now I don't know. Sometimes it gets thick down there.
I said they could probably. I thought maybe they can get to the Sweet 16, but I don't know what happened after that. But still, getting to the Sweet 16 is something special, man. Especially if you get that the right regions, that higher seed, but which they probably wouldn't. They probably would have got a low seed, so they probably would have to go far away from the Midwest and play somewhere. So.
Well, they had you figured they would have had the top 4 teams was Gonzaga, San Diego State, Kansas, and Baylor to start with the B, right? So those are the top 4 teams in our NCAA all year, basically. How do they fare against those teams? I think they would have gave San Diego State. I think they could have gave them some trouble. Just from the physicality. But those other 3 teams, Gonzaga's always tough. Kansas is always tough. Baylor, all seniors basically, So, yeah, I think Illinois.
I would say the one thing that probably would hurt them if they did if all of this happened like we said would happen, and they made it and they did their thing in the tournament and all this. And if you haven't been there, it's a different atmosphere, though.
Right.
And if you haven't been there before to see that atmosphere, or played on that big stage, sometimes people, those big stages can get you nervous a little bit, man. So it could go the other way too. We could have got there and lost in the first round, So if you're not, prepared and kind of used to that environment. But one thing I will say, playing in that bragging rights game, it will help the university, especially the University of Illinois, because we play in that bragging right game, and that atmosphere is like an NCAA tournament atmosphere because it's packed and it's half and half, Illinois fans and Missouri fans, and they split it right down the middle, man. And it's a beautiful atmosphere, man.
Hey, I want you to hold that idea. I want to take a break right quick, and I'm gonna come right back to you. All right.
All right.
Okay, welcome back to All Ball Chicago on Believe Podcast Network. We had to take a pause for a station identification right quick, pay some bills. Get back to the legend Marcus Liberty, your host on the line. We were talking about this great Illinois team. So what are the guys up to nowadays, man? Nick Ganderson, what are those guys doing nowadays, man, to keep themselves busy?
Man, everybody's doing great, man. We keep in contact with each other, man. We truly were brothers, man. And Nick Anderson is working for the Orlando Magic, of course. You know, Nick Anderson was the all-time leading scorer at one time until Dwight Howard came in and he broke that record. So I think Nick may be number 2 now. But I mean, he's the ambassador of Orlando Magic, man. So
can't beat that. Can't beat that.
He's doing great.
Forever, right?
Yeah, he's doing that, and you got Stephen Bardo, who you see on television a lot doing the college basketball and the Big Ten Network, and Kendall's doing the Chicago Bulls, you know, thing with the Chicago Bulls on the commentary, the side of things, and commentating and doing his thing, and in the studio after the game, post game. So Kendall's doing his thing. Kenny Battles, you know, doing his thing with Kenny was doing some of the same things that I was doing, kind of basketball related at one time. So I don't know if he's still doing that or not. But I talk to him, you know, every other day too, man. We all try to keep in contact, man, with each other. Irvin is in Atlanta doing his thing. I'm here in Florida. Larry Smith is still in Alden. Lowell Hamilton is in Georgia. So we all pretty much spread it out now, so we don't get a chance to see. So we already talked about getting together, you know, sometime. We were going to try to do it the Final Four because the Final Four was going to be in Atlanta. We was going to all try to get there, but of course, you know what happened with the coronavirus situation. So, but man,
what was Trice? What year was Trice with y'all?
Trice wasn't on that team. Trice came.
Okay. He came a couple of years.
Trice, no. Trice was with us, but, you know, they didn't let, you know, those guys really travel a lot with us, man, you know. Okay. But Trice, man, that's my guy. I talked to Trice the other day, too, because he told me he had a son. So I talked to Ron the other day.
He just had another kid, man.
He did?
No, I thought you were saying he had a son. I'm gonna say I know his son, Big Trayton.
That's what I'm talking about, the older son.
Yeah, Big Trayton.
He might have another kid. I don't know. Don't look up the you didn't hear it from me. I don't know. I'm just saying he told me he was talking about his other son about, you know, get some recruit, you know, trying to help him with some recruiting. So yeah, man. So Ron's doing good, man. And a lot of the walk-ons that was on the team, man, we all still cool, man. So that's what I liked about our team, man. It wasn't like we thought we were better or this and that. We all just, every time we have some kind of function, especially back at the University of Illinois, everybody come back. And I think that's awesome, man. And I think they should continue to keep us involved, the university, you know, because I think it helps promote, you know, things. And also I think we, as a unit, we should make some things happen, man, our group, man. So I'm looking forward to some great things coming back, man, and doing it. We deserve it, man. We laid we laid the foundation down for a lot of schools. I'm not going to even just say the University of Illinois. So I try to keep kids to stay at home and not, you know, go too far away, you know. So
did they retire all y'all numbers there?
No, you know.
I think that's coming, man. I think that's going to eventually happen.
I mean, that would be nice, man. But I think the team is definitely recognized. We hanging up in the banners, but as a team. But man, I was just happy to play with those boys, man. Those guys, man. For real.
I know it was, man. Little ghetto kid coming from the city of Chicago, little dirty little shouty, man, playing in front of all those people and stuff. Man, that had to be a great feeling, man. How was life? How was life on campus there when y'all was there? Y'all was playing around, joking around a lot, hanging out, kicking it. What was it like, man? Take me to a day.
Man, it was
on campus.
like a rock star, really, man. Like it was crazy, man. And we had nothing but love on that campus, man, from everybody, you know, because everybody was excited, man, and everybody pretty much was from the state of Illinois that, you know, that was there, man. So you had a lot of people that was coming from high school that they remember you playing in high school, and then they go to, you know, the University of Illinois, and you go to the University of Illinois and they see you, and we all connect. So we were all hanging around, man, and it's crazy. We had this area in Champaign that we called the six pack, and all the athletes lived in that six pack. So we were all just six pack. Think of that name.
Six pack.
Yeah, they call it the six pack, man. So we was all in that area, man, and we just go to dorm to dorm, man, hanging, kicking it, man, listening to music, doing our work, of course, school work, and just having a ball, man. College life was great, man, especially at the University of Illinois. It was great.
I think speaking of that, I think kids miss out on that because they try to chase this dream of basketball so much, where they miss out on that whole college life, man. You never get it back, and you could agree at that point in your young adult life, that's the best time of your life, right?
Yeah, but Bob, if you look at it, is it the kids' fault or is it the NBA fault? Like who we gonna point the finger at, really? Because think about it, the NBA giving these guys an opportunity to come out and play and make some money. So that's fair game, So of course, people got they got to feed their families, man. A lot of inner city kids, man, and we have to be honest with ourselves. They come from low poverty, stricken homes, man, where it's probably one parent making money, man, and the other one just trying to make it and just can't keep a steady job because of our backgrounds in certain situations that they can't be the provider, man. So it's sad to say, but most of the time, man, our kids, man, our parents are counting on. I know it shouldn't be like that, but it is, man. It is what it is, man. Until we get better jobs and better opportunities for our parents, people who don't have an education but knows how to work and get things done. It is what it is, man. And we have to, I had to do it for my mom, man. I had to make a decision to go out and try to help that situation my mom was in. So I get it, man. Kids,
you was living in the projects, right?
I was born and raised in the projects.
Born and raised in the projects. Where is that?
Chicago. Huh?
Which one?
Hilliard Homes.
Hilliard Homes.
Right, was that 22nd and Clark, man, right by Chinatown. So you had
on the other side.
Yeah, your Hilliard home was the last one on State Street.
Right.
When you go down State, go ahead to downtown, one north, and Hilliard was the last one. It was Hilliard, Ickes, Dearborn's, Stateway, Robert Taylor's.
Well, tell me about that, Liv. How was that growing up, man? Because I came down there and hooped a few times down there by, was that Ebenezer's, a school down there in Robert Taylor's? And one thing I noticed, families stuck together out there, man. It was like one big family out there, man. And intimidated by it.
Yeah, I know the projects, man. I know they get a bad rap, but it helps you. It gives you that structure of being togetherness. Like, this is our hood. This is what we represent. This is what we all about. And you got families. They doing gatherings outside, man. We all kicking. You go out to the basketball court. Of course, we all out there hooping. So it was like the atmosphere. It was fun, man. It wasn't a bad. I know we all look at it. I mean, I looked at it as, man, my mom and dad is doing whatever they could to provide for the family. So it is what it is. But at the same time, I didn't let that become me. So the circumstances that was around it, the gang banging and the drugs and all that, I wasn't like magnetized by that. I didn't get pulled in by that. So I was good, man. I was good.
One thing about any urban community, we could become victims of our atmosphere, but because that stuff is always around. Let's face facts. There are no rich Black communities in America. Probably, I don't know of many.
Right.
What was that Heights, that Pacific Heights or whatever that is in California? They got that one down there. But so most of our communities are like that. So you got guys like you and myself who come up in the urban community, and we don't make excuses for where we, from where we started. Our outcome and determine our income. And right. Talk about that toughness, though, man, that you was able to get from that, though, Liv. Because, I mean, being a big guy, man, you had to be tough, man.
No doubt, man. And I was, and what's scary, when you quiet, those are the ones you really, like, got to be worried about a little bit, because you never know what they're thinking and what they're all about. So I was a quiet kid, man, but I also had older brothers that wasn't gonna let nothing go down, without a fight, So, and my dad was no punk, you know. My dad was 6'5", man, like 250, you know. So
Whoa, that's where y'all get the size from.
yeah, man, my dad didn't play that, but and then I had, you know, my peers, you know, people that I grew up with, but they were in the gang, so it was all like I was already protected on that stuff, man. So I knew wasn't nothing gonna go down, man. So I just had to be at the right place at the right time, you know. So I wasn't trying to be at the wrong place, and then when things jump off, I'm going the other way. You know, some people will say, man, that ain't what you're supposed to do. You supposed, man, come on, man. I
First
was
thing
smart.
smoking. First
I
thing
was smart.
smoking, I'm out of there.
I was smart, man. So never got any trouble, never been to jail, never, you know, smoked that stuff, man. Never got any bad trouble at all, man. Maybe a little slap on the wrist in school, man, because I messed up on something, didn't go to class or something. But it was life, man. Life, man. Life, it takes you places, man. And who would have thought, who would ever imagine that a kid from the low end would make it and to national recognition at a young age, you know, coming from Chicago, the Chicago Project. I didn't dream that, you know, that's just something that, you know, I love to do. Like I would love playing basketball, and it just took me to that next level, man. And that's why I always say, Bob, when we talk about Chicago hoop, and I'm loving everybody that came through there, man. So when I hear people, you know, like want to debate stuff and talk about, you know, players in Chicago, man, it's bringing our city, it's bringing our race down, man. You know, like we should all be happy for one another, man, and that's facts for real.
That's real, man. I mean, if that's the case, it should be more so like us against the world,
Man,
you know, as opposed to, oh man, well Rose out, he from out south and Patrick Beverly from out west, who the best? And I know it's all barbershop talk, but you know, on our show, we stick together in Chicago.
yeah, and also I think it's just, you know, some people just don't have nothing else better to do, man. So let me get behind the computer. Let me type up something. Let me put it out on social media and see the response. You know, so it's like it is what it is, man. So, but you can't think that the person you're talking about is not gonna chime in and say nothing. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
You talking about somebody's that you're talking about a person that actually done some great things, man. So when you start talking about somebody, your facts are not right, then you look bad. Then
And
you
you
look bad.
remember I was telling you that I was like, Liv, man, you got to clap back at these dudes, man. Man, these dudes out here running their mouth, man. You know KD be doing what you say. I ain't sensitive like KD.
I'm not. Now, KD is my man. Like as far as
Right,
movement
right.
go, but yeah, KD he gonna say something, man.
But not saying
KD,
KD's sensitive like a girl or nothing, but
right? No, no, I'm saying
in
like
the respect that he don't
KD not
take
gonna
no
let you
stuff.
talk. Yeah, he not
Right.
gonna let you just talk about him like that.
Nah, nah.
He gonna come right back at you, right hard, you know, hard at you. So I mean, and I mean, but that was me. I'm like, man, I ain't got time for that, man.
Yeah.
Like even yesterday, I put stuff out on my page, man, and people was chiming in talking about Ben Wilson, and it was like, no, this is about Marcus. This is about what you remember about me, you know. So
Right,
kind
right.
of like try to put that out, like, man, come on, man,
But you
you know.
find that though everywhere you go though, man, in Chicago, the minute they bring you up, they're gonna always compare and contrast y'all two. They're gonna always do it. You forever connected to the hip. And it's just, you want to put this to rest for everybody, man. Like you told me, let
Yeah,
him
man,
have his
it's
thing
like
and
it's like this, man, and they always make it seem like he was that much older than me. You know, like I followed his footsteps. It's not like it was like a Mark Aguirre situation where Mark Aguirre is much older than me. He played in the, you know, 70s, you know,
right.
like Ben played in 83, 84. I played in 86, you know, 87. That was my senior 87. So I was like, man, people say things and I'm like, man, y'all don't even know what y'all really talking about, you know? So, man, Ben had game, no question about it, but so did I.
Right.
So did I. So when we compare the two, man, just be happy that you guys had two guys that was a bomb on the court, did they thing, didn't take no mess from nobody, and man, represented the city well when we went to play in the Nike camps and getting the rank and the recognition out of that.
The
Man,
first two
that's what
to
we
do
should
it.
be proud of.
The first two to do it back to back. I think Nick got in there. He scrolls. Nick scrolls right in there in the middle though, right?
Nick was top 10 in the nation, man.
Top 10 in the nation, right? Nick got
Jamie
right on in
Brandon,
there
Jamie
too.
Brandon, top 10 in the nation.
Yeah, man,
Man,
y'all
that's what I'm
start
saying.
kicking butt, man.
Come on, man. We can go on, man, about Derrick Rose and Jabari Parker's, man. Man, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna knock on nobody like that, man. That ain't where I was cut, man. My dad told me to love everybody, man. Now if they cross you, then yeah, of course you gotta come back,
Right.
and say some things, man. But I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'm a fan of a lot of those young guys that's coming out. Like my man now, I'm talking to him now, man, trying to be a mentor for him. Isaiah Barnes, man, out of Oak Park. You probably know the kid. I think he lived out that way where you were at, man. But the kid gonna be special, man. He doing it, man. In 1 week, this week, he got 3 big major schools offered him, man.
Wow.
He got Kansas, he had TCU, and Maryland.
He a big guy.
6'6", man, that can do it, Bob. When I say can do it,
Ooh.
man, I'm gonna put this highlight stuff out there, man. You just look at it, you see him, man. He dunking on people, shooting handles. He got the total package, man. He might be one of those players that's gonna be one and done. Tell you that now.
Wow. Isaiah Barnes. He transferred there?
Yeah, man.
Okay, because he
Out your
couldn't
way.
have been there last year. What school did he go to at first?
I want to say he went to Bolingbrook, one of those schools out there, man. I don't know which one.
I'll pull it up, man, because we played against Oak Park River Forest twice last year.
He was on the team then.
And we lost at the buzzer once. We lost at the buzzer actually 2 times to them.
Yeah, he was on the team. He was on the team.
Yeah, man.
Kid can play, man. Kid can play, man. I think he plays with what was the Illinois Wolves, I think.
Oh yeah, well he gonna get the look, because one thing about that program, they've been around for so long, so they're reputable, and I think that's what makes it attractive to. Oh, he a 2021 kid.
Yeah, he real deal.
Oh, so he played with my son Kobe. Was he? He must have been on varsity then.
Yeah, he nice though, Bob. When I say he nice, man, he nice. He nice. So, but yeah, man. So I like to try to that's why I wanted to do this show, man, called All Ball Chicago, and of course we want some.
Oh, you talking about this kid that transferred from Romeoville?
There you go. I told him he was out there.
Yeah, man. I know his dad and everything. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, he got an offer from Maryland, TCU, Kansas. Man, that's hot, man. That's hot, boy.
High major, man. That's high major.
That's high major, man.
So, but yeah, man. He gonna be nice, man. And I like that kid. Now, we be sending text messages back and forth, man, talking to him. So, but yeah, that's why I said back to what I'm saying. That's why we started the show, man. All Ball Chicago, man. We wanted to be some positive things, man. And I know we can help some young cats. And even some of my old heads, man, if y'all want to come on and just talk, man, chop it up with us, man.
Yeah, man, we have old school Sunday, man. We'll do old school Sunday.
Feel free to chime in, man, and let us know, man. If you have Zoom, download the app, man. We can get you on, man.
ASAP Rocky, man. So, man, this was a good one right here, though, bro.
Yeah,
I think you touched on everything. I think you really got him, and man, I'm glad you put that conversation to rest with Ben Wilson, man, because for people to understand, they need to rest in peace, man. That's big bro right there. And plus,
and you know what, man, and I'll tell you a story, man, about Ben. Well, actually, Jeffrey had told me this a long time ago. He said, man, we got an award, and my mom, they ended up giving the award to my mom, and we still have it, man. So I got to give it to you sometimes. So it was an award that they gave me, man, and gave it to his mom. And his mom, I met Ben's mom, sweet lady, man, sweet lady.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Mom. Rest in peace, man.
The Wilsons, I got nothing but love for them, man. It's these other people out here, man, that's talking and trying to
split y'all up. Bring it up,
man. It's not gonna happen on my end, man. It's not gonna happen on my end because I'm still here and he's not, man. So we gotta just continue. If anything, if y'all want to do something to keep Ben's stuff, keep his legacy alive, let's start doing something in his name, in his honor, man, and back home in Chicago. If that's what you guys really all about, loving and saying that you behind Benji. Quit talking all this social media stuff and let's get out in the community and do something.
That's real talk. Well, ain't nothing else to be said about that. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed on Believe Podcast Network, All Ball Chicago. The legend, your host, Marcus Liberty. Good stuff, big guy. What you finna be on, man?
On and popping, dude.
That's all what's up, man.
So you know what it's time, man. It's time for me to unlace these shoes, man, because they kind of tight, man. So I gotta take the laces out a little bit, man. Because we've been ripping and running, cutting and I'm doing backdoor moves and all that, man, and alley finger rolls. So it's time for me to take the shoes off, kid.
That's what's up, Liv, man. Good talking with your partner. I'll see you soon, man. Have a good day, brother.
Peace, man. I got the whole wide world in my hands. Love you guys. Peace.